Welcome back to Hearth and Wisdom. Sit by the fire, let the warmth embrace you, and allow yourself to be carried away by another tale of timeless wisdom. Ashes of the Paper Bird. In a quiet village surrounded by windswept fields and crumbling stone walls, there lived an old toy maker named Corin. His shop sat near the edge of town, a crooked building with dusty windows and shelves overflowing with forgotten wooden animals, tin soldiers, and paper kites that no longer soared. Corin wasn't known for conversation. He spoke rarely, his words as few as the children who still visited his shop. Most of the villagers believed he was simply a man worn down by time and loneliness. But the truth was more complicated. Buried in a locked drawer beneath scraps of parchment and broken springs lay a single paper bird, folded with care decades ago. Its once bright colors now faded, its edges scorched. It had been crafted for his son. Long ago, before tragedy struck, Corin had a family. His son, Alric, was curious and restless, always chasing the wind or watching birds dance across the skies. One evening, when the boy was no more than 8, he came down with a fever. By morning, he was gone. The fire in Corin's life extinguished in silence. The paper bird was all that remained, a toy he had folded the night before Alric's final breath, planning to surprise him. Years passed. Corin stopped making toys for joy and started making them to forget. He spoke to no one, built nothing new, only repaired what was broken, much like himself. Then one autumn morning, a boy named Finn knocked on his door. Dirt-smudged and wide-eyed, Finn didn't ask for toys. He asked for shelter from the wind. Corin, reluctant but moved by something he didn't yet understand, let him in. The boy returned the next day, and the next. He spoke freely, asked questions no one else dared, and rummaged through the forgotten corners of the shop like they were treasure chests. Corin began to answer, at first with nods, then words, and finally stories. They rebuilt a broken kite together. They painted old soldiers. Corin even showed Finn how to fold a bird from paper. It was Finn who eventually found the scorched paper bird in the drawer. "Did you make this?" he asked. Corin hesitated, then nodded. "Why is it burned?" "I tried to let it go once. Thought it would take the pain with it," Corin murmured, but the wind caught it. It flew for a moment, then fell into the fire. Finn didn't speak. He simply took a fresh sheet of paper and began folding. Slowly, deliberately, matching the shape of the bird Corin had made all those years ago. When he finished, he placed it on the windowsill. "Then let this one fly," he whispered. Corin didn't answer, but days later, when the wind was right and the morning sky was clear, the old man stepped outside. In his hand was the new paper bird. He held it high, released it, and watched it rise. It danced briefly in the air, caught the breeze, and drifted upward. Something loosened in his chest. He turned to find Finn smiling. From that day forward, Corin no longer repaired toys. He began crafting again, not to forget, but to remember, to share. And in the laughter of visiting children and the curious questions of one boy, he found that some things lost were not gone forever. Sometimes healing begins not by holding on, but by letting go.